Good day, everyone. Today we're going to explore a fascinating topic that combines education and social media. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Ahmad Faisal Kamali, student ID 237029 from Bigay University. This presentation is part of my Speaking for Academic Settings course assignment. Today, my goal is to present research finding on Indonesian students' perceptions on the use of AI agriculture in English learning. This poster is structured into 5 sections: introduction, method, results, conclusion, and references. Let's begin with what artificial intelligence or AI actually is. AI refers to modern technology that is capable of simulating human behavior. In other words, it allows machines to think and act in ways that were once thought to be possible only for humans. We might not realize it, but AI is becoming more and more present in our everyday lives. We use it when we ask Siri a question, get directions on Google Maps, or receive suggestions on what to watch next on Netflix. And one of the most exciting areas where AI is now being used is education, specifically in language learning, meaning the content adjusts to the learner's level and progress. It also creates interactive experiences, like using chatbots to practice conversation or apps that give instant feedback. And it is adaptive, meaning it can recognize mistakes and help learners improve in real time. We see this in tools like Duolingo, which gamifies language learning, or Grammarly, which gives personalized writing suggestions. These platforms show how AI is changing the way students learn languages, including English. However, while AI offers enormous benefits, its implementation is not without challenges, especially in developing countries like Indonesia. Many students will face limited access to digital devices and internet connectivity. Teachers may also lack the training needed to integrate AI tools effectively into their teaching. In addition, there is a need for stronger policy support and infrastructure from the government. This brings us to the heart of the study. In order to implement AI effectively in education, it is crucial to understand how students perceive it. That's why this research aimed to explore Indonesian university students' perception of AI use in English learning, using the theoretical framework by Europeans and Judge. This framework breaks down perception into 3 elements: the perceiver, which refers to the students themselves; the target, meaning the AI tools and features being used; and the situation as or the surrounding environment, including support from teachers, family, and institution. In this study, the researchers used a quantitative cross-sectional survey designed to explore how Indigenous students perceive the use of AI in English language learning. The participants were 252 students enrolled in English language programs at 6 different higher education institutions across Indonesia. Data were collected through an online self-administered questionnaire, which was adapted from the Europeans and Judge Perception Framework. The questionnaire focused on 3 main variables: perceiver, which refers to the students themselves; target, the AI tools being used; and situations, which includes environmental factors like institutional or family support. Each item in the questionnaire used a 5-point Likert scale, and the reliability of the instrument was very high, with complex alpha of 0.96. The researchers analyzed the data using SPSS version 25, applying both descriptive statistics and Spearman's correlation to examine the relationship between the 3 perception variables. The first finding or result from this article is PT perceiver target with rho 0.774. This is the strongest positive correlation in the study. The prediction is students' personal attitudes, motivation, and interest to AI increase. Their positive evaluation of AI tools and features also increases. The implication: students who are more open, interested, and motivated tend to perceive AI applications like Duolingo, ChatGPT, Grammarly as more useful and effective for English learning. The second part, which is in the middle of this chart, shows that TS target situations with rho 0.697. This is also a strong positive correlation, slightly weaker than PT. The interpretation: students who perceive AI tools as useful and user-friendly tend to feel more supported by their learning environment, including peer influence, institutional support, and family encouragement. The implication is a positive experience with AI tools is linked to a more favorable perception of the surrounding context, like access to devices, guidance from teachers, or encouragement from parents. The third part, which is located on your right side, PS perceiver situation. Throw 0.657. This is the weakest among the 3, but still a strong positive correlation. The interpretation is students with strong inner motivation and positive attitudes are more likely to feel that their external environment supportive of using AI for learning. The implication is personal enthusiasm or readiness can shape how students interpret and respond to external conditions, like infrastructure or institutional backing. The conclusion of this chart is all three correlations are statistically significant, showing that internal factors, tool quality and experience, and external contexts are interlinked in shaping students' perception of AI in English learning. The second reasonable finding is that, beginning with the first chart from your left side, receiver with mean 3.71. This is the highest average score among the three variables. The interpretation. Students exhibit strong personal interest, motivation, and positive attitudes towards using AI in English learning. They find AI helpful for improving core language skills such as reading, writing, speaking, and listening. The implication is learners are not only open to using AI but also actively seek it out to support their English studies. This suggests a readiness among students to adopt AI as part of their learning habits, provided the tools are accessible and relevant. The second part, we just look at in the middle, shows target with mean 3.63. This is a moderately high score, close behind perceiver. The prediction is students perceive AI tools themselves, such as ChatGPT, Duolingo, Grammarly, as useful, practical, and effective for English learning. The implication: when the tools are intuitive, engaging, and meet students' learning needs, they are more likely to be embraced and integrated into regular study routines. The third part, which is located on your right side, with mean 3.26. This is the lowest average score, though still above neutral. The interpretation is students feel that external support systems like institutional readiness, peer encouragement, parental support, and government policies are somewhat lacking or inconsistent. The implication is, despite their motivation and the usefulness of AI tools, students may face obstacles such as poor internet access, lack of devices, or insufficient guidance from teachers. These environmental limitations can hinder the full potential of AI-assisted language learning. The conclusion of the second result is the average score reflects that students are personally motivated. They trust and appreciate the available AI tools, but they feel less supported by their environment. To maximize the benefits of AI in English learning, efforts must go beyond improving tools and should include strengthening digital infrastructure, training educators, and involving families and institutions. Finally, we have come to the conclusion or recommendation of this article. The study found that Indonesian higher education students generally hold positive perceptions toward the use of AI in English language learning. They are personally motivated and view AI tools as useful, accessible, and engaging. There is a strong correlation between their attitudes and the perceived value of AI tools, highlighting AI's potential in language acquisition. However, external support from institutions, families, and the government was seen as lacking, which may hinder optimal implementation. Despite statistically significant results, limitations such as self-reported data and limited sample diversity suggest the need for broader research. To address these challenges and maximize AI's educational benefits, it's essential to build a supportive ecosystem that includes improved digital infrastructure, equitable access to devices and internet, and comprehensive teacher training. Policymakers should prioritize AI adoption through targeted funding and initiatives, especially in underserved areas. Promoting AI literacy among students and educators should also foster confidence and competence, ensuring that AI complements rather than replaces the vital human role in teaching and learning.